So I just want to ask how we can change and be better so that transformation takes place in our culture wherever we are, which will make room or lead to allowing the transformation that you all are trying to bring about. So my first question would be for parents and in the house, in home with children or grandchildren, and this involves becoming aware in ourselves some of the things that I've mentioned. What are some practical things that we can do to raise children that value First Nations, even First Nation children that they have in contact with? Because if we do nothing, the status quo will change. So we need to put something good in our kids and into ourselves, so that creates a progressive shift. What are some things they can do?
Well, we live in a small community. This island is not that big. So I told that United Church there the other day, I said, when you see a First Nation walk down the street over here, you should even say hi to them. A simple thing like that for kids. Because right now, that's what I said when I explained to them not what I feel, but some people feel when they go down there as if they're going to be stealing, or they go into a store, they're not really welcome, they follow you all over the place again. Like, that mentality is over. The mentality of people standing outside a local bar in Northern Kirk when you walk down the street, urinating outside the hotel, that's what you used to see 20 years ago. You don't see that anymore. Because people have made lots of changes in their life. You would never judge that person, and that's what people should do, their homes and themselves. Don't judge other people, because you don't even know what those people are going through. And if you look at the history now of what's coming out with the residential school, yeah, you get a lot of churches and you see a lot of things going on, a lot of orange shirt stuff all over the place, ties around people. That's not meaningful unless you really understand that. So educate them. I educate my grandkids. They're blonde-haired, blue-eyed Indians. But I said, you're going to be in a world, as when you go out at your First Nation, you're going to show your status card. They're going to ask you why they think you're Indian, right? Because you don't look Indian. But you're going to have some difficulties in your life, right? But you're going to have to understand. So we teach them as they're growing up in their homes about different things about history, and little things about what happened in schools. They see this orange shirt all over the place and they're asking all kinds of questions. Parents have to take the time and explain it to them what's really actually happening, not ignoring that, because they don't want to see that for face of what happened to those kids. And yeah, somewhere it's going to become a murder scene. And somebody has to be held accountable for actions. Just like any kid does anything wrong at home, you're accountability for your actions. And we tell them that all the time. But at least they're educating themselves as they're growing up. One's 12, one's 9. They're asking a bunch of questions. What's going on with this residential school? Or the murdered Indigenous woman inquiry that came out a couple of weeks ago, right? So they're asking questions, and don't ignore them. You need to tell them what actually is happening, even though you see it's such an awful thing. Don't hide it anymore. And that's what's wrong with a lot of the society. They hide those things that have happened, even from municipality to municipality. Everybody hides everything all the time. That's why nobody's knowing. Even if there's a sexual predator in the community, we should be saying, okay, this person's this, right? Watch out for that person. But people change if they get proper. People go to jail all the time. They come out, maybe a mass murderer comes out rehabilitated. They found the Lord while they were in jail. But those kind of things need to be out there. Quit hiding things from people. And I think that residential school's been hidden for quite some time. We have residential school survivors, even that as a title, residential school survivors. It's like they fought a battle and they survived. That history has to come out and tell people about it.